FX. You say that enough, it just sounds kind of weird. Okay, so I wanted to share with you my new favorite lights. And by new favorite lights, I don't mean I just opened these last week, pulled them out of the box, I thought they were awesome to use. No, I've been using these for like 6 months at least. I'm still as excited about them as I was the day I pulled them out of the box. And the lights that I'm talking about today are made by a company called Luxley. I don't think they get enough attention for the product they make. They're freaking awesome. They're just awesome lights. I'm not being paid for this. This is not a sponsored video. I bought all of these lights with my own money. I like them a lot, so I wanted to share with you my enthusiasm about them, and hopefully maybe you check them out. And by the way, links down below in the description if you want to check these lights out. So let's dive in and let me share with you why I love using these lights for studio and location video and photos. I've been using these a lot for photos too. Why not? They're a little expensive. They're not the cheapest lights you can buy, but they are jam-packed, full of features. So let's go ahead and show you these lights. The first one I have back here is the Luxley Tycho, which is a 2x1 light. These are all panel lights, and then the Luxley Timpani, which I have one right up here, and then I have one on the background, it's like right up there, which are both 1x1 lights. Great lights, lots of features packed into both of these lights. So let's go ahead and show you what these lights can do. To start off on these lights, full range, 0 to 100% brightness. You've got a huge color range from like 2800 Kelvin up to like 10,000 Kelvin. Just already starting off with a huge range of features in this, depending on what room you're shooting in, what lights, if you want to have one light warmer, one light cooler. That is so easy to do with either of these lights. And if you want to pump up your color a little bit more from here, just swap over into hue saturation mode. You can set your hue, you can set your saturation, you can dial that specific color, especially if you're shooting for a company that has a specific color they want you to use. You can dial that right into the light. Boom, it's there. Dial that color temperature in right where you want it. Boom. How cool is that? How cool is that? Just FYI, the control panel on both of these lights, the 2x1, the 1x1, the Timpani, and the Taiko, I generally just call them 2x1 and 1x1 because it's easier to say. The control panel on both of these are identical. So as I go through this, know that this works for both lights. The next mode we have in this light is gel mode. So all of the common gels that you use, over 100 gels in here, built in. You say you want a quarter CTO, right there. You say, I want to use gel number 122, right there. Boom. Easy to get to, easy to access. It's just, man, these lights are so much fun to use. And they're just awesome. They're a great quality light. They pack well, they transport well, they're battery powered, which is awesome. Just pop a V-mount battery on there. You got a location shoot that you need to be in, out quick, no cords, no nothing on these. Like, they're all self-sustained. You don't have a dangling power bank on it. You just pop the battery right on the back, plug it in on the 1x1s. The cords are built straight into the 2x1, the Taiko, and are you kidding me? Like, this is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you may be asking yourself, what are you using for the main light right here? It's not a Luxley light. It is the Aperture 120D, that trusty light. I've had it for several years now. And that is just on a giant 48 or 52 or some ridiculously weird sized octabank. And the light that comes off of this thing is just incredible. So I use that a lot. But if you want to use the Taiko as your main light, you can get very similar results with just that compact light. So I've done some examples here where I did different tests between the octabank and the different diffusions on the Taiko. So with the Taiko, you can go with no diffusion, a light diffusion, medium diffusion, or heavy diffusion, which actually gives you a really beautiful quality of light the more diffusion you go. You do lose a lot of light with the heavier diffusions, but you can get a really nice soft light with this Taiko and that heavy diffusion. I think I use the medium diffusion the most. Actually, I'm gonna go look. It's the medium diffusion. That's the one that I pretty much, once I got it, I stuck it in there and I haven't swapped back and forth much. The medium diffusion is just kind of across the board, a really nice diffusion. So on battery power, you may be wondering like how long do batteries actually power this light? I did a test on the Timpani, which is a 1x1, a 190 kilowatt hour, the 190 whatever electric term they use for that. That one will power that light at 100% for a little over 2 hours. I get 2 hours 15 out of it. So actually a pretty decent amount of time. If you're gonna be doing full shoots with these, you're probably gonna wanna stock up on these batteries. I know these V-mount batteries can get a little expensive, but I'll link the ones I use down below in the description. I get them off Amazon. They come with chargers. I mean, I've had great luck with them so far. I power a lot of things with them. So yeah, I like them. I use them a lot. I mean, to keep rolling with the awesome features of these lights, they also have built-in effects. So if you want to mimic a television or a storm outside or a campfire or candlelight, just lots of different things, lots of different effects that are actually controllable. You can actually dive in the menus and change your settings. Say on the fire, do you want candlelight? Do you want campfire? Or do you want a bonfire? With the lightning, do you want it frequent? Do you want it kind of sparse? You can set the timing and the frequency of a lot of these effects. You can customize them right to what you're trying to shoot. That way you're not getting just like stock effects that some lights, like they have effects, but that's all it is. Like you can't really control it unless you pair it with another one and set the timing, which can get kind of difficult. But lots of effects that you can use with these lights, which is super cool. Yeah, cop cars too, if you wanna simulate a cop car sequence. Another cool feature I found in the FX, you say that enough, it just sounds kind of weird. Another cool feature I found in the effects is the ability to like change the light over time. So you're shooting a sunset sequence and you want the quality of that light to change over like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you're shooting on that. You can set that in the light. Right now, I don't know if you've noticed, this light back here, it started off a different color. Now it's green. Started off kind of purplish. So I've actually set that to go through about 20, 30 minutes and go just across the color range. So you can get different fun effects with this light. Now, playing with the different settings in these effects, I find it a lot easier to use the app. The app for this is super cool. It connects all the lights. You can control everything directly from your phone. But if I want to turn off all my lights right now, once I get it, boom. Well, all the Luxley lights anyway. So right back on, you can control everything, super easy. You can control each light individually. You can mix them all together and pair them and turn them all up and down at once. Super fun to use. Now in the app, you do have the ability to save preset modes. And then after that, you can actually go through and sequence these preset modes. Say if you want a light to change on cue, you can set this in the app. I think that's really cool and something I am looking forward to playing around with a lot more. Another cool thing in the app is if you're on location and you're trying to match a specific color, you just open the camera in the app, tap the spot you're trying to match, and the light will automatically match that color. What? Really? Cool. That's cool. I kind of wish I could import a photo and like match a color from that, but you know, can't get everything right. Now, of course, these lights aren't all absolutely perfect. The Timpanis I've had really great luck with. The Taiko, I have one issue with each light. The Timpani, the plastic handle to tilt the light up and down, actually I had to go in with a razor blade and shave it off just a little bit. Now it works great. It didn't, like the hole in the side of the aluminum wasn't just quite big enough, but that was a pretty easy fix. And then with the Taiko, not really, kind of a functionality thing, but the power brick on this thing weighs like 3 pounds, something ridiculous, and they gave it a really short cord. So I've actually had to go in and make like a little harness to hang it from my light stand to keep that pressure off of the plugged into the light. I mean, not a minor thing, but not a major thing either. It's pretty easy to get around. You can just like tie it up to the light or clamp it. I had a clamp for a while. Those are my only 2 issues I've had with these lights, and really not functionality issues. So functionality, these lights have been amazing. I really like them. I do think Luxley so far is an underrated company with underrated lights. They are incredible lights. I love them. I love using them. They're so portable, easy to use. They set up in minutes and just, they're awesome lights. And just, I mean, if you want to try to find a deal on them, you like these and you want to check them out, I've actually found the 1x1s on B&H Deal of the Day. They pop up every couple of months, maybe from time to time. They pop up on a deal of the day and get a couple $100 off. But you can find deals on these lights from time to time on B&H. Again, link down below in the description, so go ahead and check that out. All right, guys, well, that's what I have for you today. Lighting is super crucial. I know it's not like the sexiest thing in the world to have like new lights, but lighting will up your production value way more than a new camera. And it costs a lot less too. Well, sometimes then if you get all, I don't know. But invest in lighting. Lighting's gonna last a while. You're gonna want the new camera next year and the new camera the next year after that. I'm working on lighting. Getting my lighting game going. Actually, I like what I have here, so. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope you like it. If you do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button down there, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I feel like a rambling idiot today, but hit that subscribe button anyway, and I will see you guys next time. Going once, going twice, and I'm out of here.